For Wichita's Chris Barnes, the U.S. Amateur Bowling Championship has provided a special stage to showcase his remarkable talent. This week, he's earned a record 4th consecutive appearance on Team USA. And today, he'll go for the title he covets the most, the U.S. Amateur. From the Tropicana Lanes in St. Louis, Missouri, Prime proudly presents the final round of the U.S. Amateur Championship. Welcome to the Tropicana Lanes here in St. Louis, the home of the Bowling Hall of Fame, the 96 U.S. Amateur Championships. Hello again, everybody. Jay Randolph, along with Team USA coach Fred Borden. Fred, we certainly have had the best of the best here.
Just match after match all week long. Jay, I wish the whole world could have been here to see these great amateurs dueling for the top spot, which will be exciting here today.
The top 6 have qualified for the 97 Team USA.
Yes, and this first gentleman, Brian Graham, he's a player from the great Nebraska program with Bill Straub. What a young player he is, and he'll be a great addition for Team USA. Brad Angelo, we've nicknamed him already the money player. He plays in all the tournaments, and he cashes every time, and that's why he's nicknamed the money player. We have Bruce Stefani. Here's a businessman, a father, a family man, a bowler. What a busy life schedule he has, and what an accurate player he is.
The top 3, of course, are in our stepladder finals, and one of them will be U.S. Amateur Champion.
Yes, and we have some great talent here in the top 3. Our first player, Jerry Sakura, Mr. Focus. He can put the ball on the rack the first game, focus on every shot until the competition is complete. Our number 2 qualifier is a young man from Detroit, and he just won that Detroit Masters up there playing all the Gene Stusses, all the great players from the Detroit area. He's got some experience even though he's young. Then our first player, what can you say? Chris Barnes. What an amateur, one of the greatest amateurs ever in the history of bowling. Today is a day that he's waited for a long time. This is the one that's got away from him a few times. He's here to take care of business today, Jay.
And we are ready for our opening match. It's coming up. Sakura goes against Peterson. On the left, Vernon Peterson, and on the right, Jerry Sakura. This opening match between 2 fellas from Michigan, so we're assured of having a Michigander in the championship.
We've got the experience of Jerry against the young lion. This Vernon, I'll tell you, I was really impressed with his play all week, Jay.
Sakura opening the match. Left-hander. Nice way to start. It's going to be interesting, Fred, to see the left-hander against right-hander here, of course, too.
And you know, the left-handers all week, they didn't have a shot, and Jerry just was unbelievable at rolling that heavy roll shot that he has over his target all week, and he was determined. He was determined to make the team again.
Peterson is 5'10", just 23 years of age. That's got to hurry, and boy, it did. The late 7.
Delay action. That was pretty loose. A young man like that, first time on television, to go up there and just swing it that loose. I'll watch that thing hit him thin and watch him spin.
There it goes. Peterson is from Dearborn Heights, a suburb of the Detroit area. He's single, pro shop employee, 300 games in his career.
Wow, already.
Well, that's an excellent start for the young fella.
Jay, he's Rookie of the Year in Detroit in the All-Star Leagues, and you can see why right here. He just walks right up, just shreds the rack. What a roll he's got on that bowling ball.
Sakura finished 6th in the 95 U.S. Amateur Championship. All right.
Watch this man's eyes. He just doesn't blink. He does not flinch. This guy is a focused player. He has been nicknamed the Bulldog, not because of a Bulldog attitude. He's got a marvelous disposition, but because of his tenacity. The way he plays the game, Jay, is phenomenal. From the first ball to the last ball, this guy knows how to focus and play.
Jerry's from Southgate, Michigan. He's married, 2 children.
just dropped it right off his hand. Had no rotation at all. He got quick to the foul line. The ball got there too early, and it just flew right off his hand. Nothing on it.
Left the 1-3-6-9. Here it is.
See the little hop jump at the end? That's the body trying to help. The signal comes to you, uh-oh, there's nothing there, and your body jumps trying to help the ball.
Nicely done. What kind of spare shooter is Sakura?
Very few opens, Jay. He never gives it away. He's in the match, and that's why he's here, because he didn't throw many opens all week. He focuses on his spares. Something players should learn from a guy like Sakura is he focuses as much on his spares as he does on a strike ball.
Peterson. Ball of his does turn the corner down there. He had the high match play total of 5,013, and he's up by 14 in the early going.
It's 3 high quality shots for a young man jumping right in here, playing a seasoned player. He doesn't seem to be a bit set back by the fact that he's bowling on television.
Very cool. He can go up by 24 with a strike. And he does. We'll be back with more from the U.S. Amateur Championships right after these messages. Sakura ready to roll.
Needs to put a little pressure on this young lion.
And he does. Qualifying averages: Barnes at 214.5, Angelo 210.8, Pylon 208.7. And there's the qualifying averages in match play. Peterson up on top, Sakura, Stefani.
Lost it again, didn't get the rotation, got a little quick. He's a 4-step player, and every once in a while he gets that swing started too fast.
Left the 3-5-10.
Right there, just dropped it off the thumb. He can tell. See, when you drop on that left foot too, you know that ball was out in front of you, so you fall off balance.
Oh, he is open here. The men checked in here with 706 bowling balls. That's an average of 8 per person. The game has changed.
Well, you know, they got 14 clubs in golf, Jay. We need the tools also with all the different lane conditions. You need equipment today. The insides of the bowling ball, some of them are round like pumpkins, some of them are like balls.
Peterson goes up by 46 pins with that strike.
Some of them look like hand grenades, and that one right there did, didn't it, Jay? What
Yes,
a shot
sir.
this young man is throwing.
See the gentleman in the white shirt there. We had a shot of him earlier. That's Mike Sled's DBA, who's joined us here.
What a job they do for us, Jay. They have the computerized lane machines that come out and put the oil on board by board, computerized like a big printer. And it measures that milligrams, and we can fine-tune the condition.
Everything's gone high-tech. Just hurry. Well,
got a break there.
The 2, yeah, the 2 is the only one standing.
9 or a strike. That's the name of the game here. If you can keep it in play every day, get 9s or strikes, you're going to be a great player in this sport. Now, to say it is easy, do it takes a lot of practice. I understand this young man has played 40, 50 games for a lot of years.
He picks it up. He was the 94 and 95 Junior Masters champion.
David Patrick, the Assistant Executive Director of USA Bowling. Boy, he keeps it all together. He organizes all the different moves that the USA Bowling makes. What a nice man he is.
Sakura finds himself down 45 pins here.
This is almost a must right here. He's going to start striking.
He responded.
I'll guarantee you one thing, Jay, there's no give up in this guy. That's why he's on this team the second time. And the Team USA players, that's one of the thrusts. And that's one of the things a lot of times in sport, I think, that people that make it to the top are the ones that never quit no matter what.
He's always moving. He's doing his housekeeping on the lanes and everything else out there.
Yeah, he's a busy guy. He's a treat to be around. He keeps the team loose. He's fun to be around. He is a character in the best of senses.
The only male left-hander to make Team USA in 1997. All right. Nicely done. Sakura battling back here, and we'll be back with more from the U.S. Amateur Championship, the Tropicana Lanes in St. Louis, Missouri, right after these messages. Vernon Peterson won the Detroit Masters title this year and first in the Michigan Amateur Championship. I tell you, he's been very, very impressive. Boy, oh boy.
What a beautiful swing. Boy, he just goes right up through it. He's got the thumb out clean. He hits the fingers and keeps the swing going right on through. And, you know, he's hit the pocket very solid. With a big turn, that is not always that easy to do. Look at that balance.
35 pins the lead for Peterson. Conditions have been tough here. He gets another one. You ask how tough have the conditions been? Well, current Team USA members missing the cut were David Berman and David Hurt.
And they were just crushed not making it, but I'll tell you what, they have nothing to be ashamed of. Mike Newman, a great amateur, didn't make it. And Chad Murphy, and you know, just great players. I'll tell you, the competition here this week, Jay, we have the best players in the United States out. Oh my God!
Tough
what a
break
shot
there for Jerry. That is really tough. Got to take the starch out of him a little bit.
The bowling gods, sometimes they're with you, Jay, and sometimes they aren't.
Disappointing there. The high game, Ryan Graham 279, Barnes at 277, Charlie Velasquez 269.
Chris shoots those big games all over the world. He's unbelievable.
Look at the round by round action here.
You know, the heat that you have to lead this thing 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 rounds, round by round. That is a lot of pressure for a lot of days and a lot of hours.
Jerry Sakura is down by 46. He's had trouble with his lane.
Called that one, Jay. There's a little carry down on that left lane. It looks like a little slicker on that left lane. He's missed the head pin or nearly missed the head pin 3 times. He has nothing to be ashamed of. He's a great player. He play for this team anytime. He'll go anywhere in the world, and this is a bad game for him, and he's going to shoot 200. And he didn't throw the ball very well by his standards.
Peterson to finish things off here.
It looks like we got a new star being born here today. Maybe he has probably been born not in the Detroit area, but to the nation. Here's a young man that looks awful impressive.
Very, very good indeed. Look at that, man. A little luck helps as well.
Yeah, that live roll makes things happen, doesn't it?
That brings about a smile. This game is over, and it's going to be Vernon Peterson going on to the championship match.
Move those pins off the wall. Look at that balance. Look at that. Just planted on one foot, just planted right there.
He has the kind of action that you like to see, because over the long haul, we have a lot of moving parts. It seems working.
That's the truth.
He just goes about his work. Boom.
Balance, Jay, is tremendous, isn't it? And his legs are moving, his arm is swinging, but his trunk, his whole spine and trunk stays very motionless as he walks to the line. Therefore, he can repeat a lot of shots. Now, when the head moves and bobs, or open, your shoulders open and close like a door, and your head looks like a rocking chair, you've got yourself some problems. This young man
strike out here for 279.
Wow.
This has been an outstanding opening match for Vernon Peterson.
And he's got to be sky high right now, Jay, playing a game like that, his first game. He's going for the National Amateur Championship, and as you know, a lot of times momentum shifts, and we'll see if he can handle that kind of heat at his age. It's truly amazing.
10 strikes in this match. Congratulations, a 268.
Unbelievable.
There's a Hall of Famer right there. John Archibald, distinguished sports writer and bowling writer, and ABC Hall of Famer Ray Blue, of course.
The most active player maybe ever in the history of our sport,
Ray,
Mr. Blue.
great St. Louisan, and Bruce Pluckon, the former curator of the Hall of Fame here in St. Louis, ABC employee, came down here, wonderful writer and chronicler of the history of the game.
There's three great ones right there. That's some real history. Some three legends.
Always nice to be here in St. Louis, a great bowling town and the home of the Bowling Hall of Fame. You viewers out there, if you ever get here to the Mound City, don't miss seeing the Bowling Hall of Fame. It's right across the street from the stadium in downtown St. Louis. A 202 for Sakura. So Vernon Peterson has won this match, and he'll be going against Chris Barnes in the championship. Some other finishers. Kurt Pylon from Michigan finishing 7th.
Dan Dorian's group from Charles Carroll. What a nice player he is from the Shepherd Air Force Base. I was very surprised he didn't make the team. Here's a very experienced player here, Jay, Don Breeden. He's played all over in that Iowa area. He's probably the best.
From South Dakota, Jeremy Sonnenfeld. Billy Hoffman, Columbus, Ohio. Mike Cowles from out in San Diego finished 12th.
David Garber, Team USA player. What a talent. What a good guy he is. He'll be back.
Todd Book from Kent, Washington finishing 14th.
Mike Valero, he was on our team this year. He just had a new baby. I don't know that he had time to practice. I think he was up taking care of that younger.
Well, that's all right. Steve Klumpkin from Salt Lake City, Utah finishing 16th. Another Team USA member, Klumpkin. And Charlie Tillman, the third from Bel Air, Maryland.
Vinny Atria, what a gentleman he is. He's got that Southern hospitality. He's on the team this year. We had a lot of fun with that man from Kentucky.
Matt Ratliff from Edmond, Oklahoma. And Walter Hastings III from East Brunswick, New Jersey.
Lee Vanderhoof from Maryland. Another young player that looks awfully good.
Fleek is a youngster that's got a good future ahead of him. Drew Highland from Boulder, Colorado finished 23rd.
Amateur champion of 1996, and what a nice player.
Tim Hill rounds out the top 24. We'll be back. We'll have a very special interview coming up right after these messages. I'm with Elaine Hagan, the president of USA Bowling. Elaine, you have your team now for 1997. What kind of events will they participate in?
We have some outstanding events for 1997, Jay. First of all, we will have an Africa Cup for their participation. They'll be going to Johannesburg and Cape Town and back to Johannesburg for a combination of events. We'll have the team down in the Dominican Republic for the FIQ American Zone, and then we are actually hosting the FIQ American Zone Youth Championship. So it's a big year.
Well, we talk about the international scene. Are the players at the international level beginning to catch up with USA players?
I have to say that yes, they are improving, and we have a cross section there. We have a lot of the spinners, the helicopter bowlers from the Asian zone, and I'm sure that our coaches can get into more detail about that. But they are improving.
We've had a wonderful field here. I'm sure that many of our viewers who are bowlers are wondering how they might get involved in the program.
It's very simple. We have the grassroots involvement. You just can participate by bowling 8 games in a local qualifying. It can be done in league play, or it can be done in a tournament setting. Then we advance into state finals and then on to our national finals. And the cost is only $10, and it's the best $10 you would ever spend, believe me.
All right. Well, very, very best to Team USA 1997.
Thanks, Jay.
And we are ready for action as we are set to go to our championship match. And here we are. Young Vernon Peterson against Chris Barnes, who's only 26. So Barnes, though, with a wealth of experience. And it will be Peterson, who defeated Sakura 268 to 202 to begin the match. Peterson, let me correct what I said earlier, he had 9 strikes, not 10. He was 5 for 5 on lane 46. That's a great way for him to get underway.
No sign of pressure there, Jay. He seems like he's got ice water in his veins.
Barnes is the first male to make Team USA 4 times and only the 3rd person to make the team 4 consecutive years. Linda Norrie did it from 89 to 92 and Maureen Webb from 88 to 91. And he says thank you very much.
Those were almost a set of twins there, those 2 strikes they both threw with light, and the last pin down was a 7. But that's what the good ball roll does, Jay. When you've got good timing, you get the clean thumb out at the bottom, the swing goes through nice and clean, and the fingers hit the ball without grabbing it and make the ball roll. You'll carry those kind of light hits.
Barnes trying for his first U.S. Amateur Championship, finished 2nd in 95 and 93 and 3rd in 94. This title has eluded him, and boy, does he want it.
Oh, he wants this real bad, Jay. This is the one thing in his life. He's got it on his dashboard. Car.
It's a little short. He didn't like that shot. 1-2-8.
He was trying to get it off clean, then he missed it. He missed the fingers on that shot. No fingers, no reaction on the ball. That was just the thumb, and then the fingers dropped off the ball too quickly.
He took the lead after the 2nd qualifying round here.
He's a Bowler's Journal All-American. He's a member of that great tradition from Wichita State, Gordon Vatican and Pat Henry.
Oh, what a job they've done over
Bowled all over the world, Jay. One of the great amateurs, and I might add, just a bright young man that's really a joy to be around.
Well, I first saw him, I don't know, a half a dozen years ago when he bowled in the shootout in a showroom in Atlantic City. He was impressive then. Peterson. Ready? I think I said Peterson. Peterson, of course, is correct.
The first little chink in his armor there, he wanted that so bad he got off of it real quick and got the big overall. That ball just snap hooked, and that's what makes the mind start thinking.
Debbie Yackey, who is the general manager here at Tropicana, wonderful job. Peterson picking up the spare. This Tropicana Lanes hosted the Team Challenge, the World Team Challenge, here in the winter months. Of course, here on Prime coming up, you'll see the finals, the Grand Championships of the World Team Challenge, which has grown some just leaps and bounds in recent years using that wonderful Baker system.
You know, we last year the World Championship
Yes, you did.
Team USA, and we're going to come back to defend that title.
Mm-hmm.
What a shot here. Look at this shot this young man throws. Just right through. Hits the target, sends it on line, 17, 18 miles an hour with heavy ball roll, tilt of the axis as it goes through the pocket, knocks the 10 out. You don't get any better than that.
Both these players had 14-9-1 records in match play.
Wow.
That one right on target.
What a motion. What an athlete. This man plays basketball, plays golf. Watch that release and watch this roll. Watch this ball roll, and you're talking about perfect 17.5 board shot. High flush, 10 in the pit. Look at the move. There, the ball's moving out. Look at this athletic motion. Watch, gets it way up. Full power and extension. Balance on one foot. Look how nice he balanced. Look at the reaction here. Bang. He knows it's good when it comes off his hand.
Such a magnificent position at the top to deliver the ball.
Yeah, you just can't get into any more of an athletic position. Biomechanically, that's about as good as it gets, Jay.
Look out. There he goes. And we will return with more of the excitement from the U.S. Amateur Championships Tropicana Lanes in St. Louis right after this. Vernon Peterson.
Chris put the pressure right back on this young man. Let's see how he responds. This is a key shot right here early. This is the momentum factor.
Oh boy.
Was that ever good? How can you get it any better? Young Lion right here. He hits that target just perfectly. Look at this ball rotation. Ball rotation is finest, 10 in the pit. He and Chris are just dueling head to head here for this national championship. This is quite a match.
Vernon had two of the high match play series here, a 714 and then a 694.
And on the condition we have out there, Jay, that is just unbelievable because there's an out of bounds right. If you throw that ball out, you're going to get 6.
He's in the groove. Vernon Peterson, just 23 years old from Dearborn Heights, Michigan. And he is going to...
Watch that shot. This is impressive. These are 2 shots. Look at this. 10 in the pit, 10 in the pit. How impressive is this young man?
I say he is going to put the pressure on this man.
Chris has been there many times. Take his time here.
Needs a strike to tie the match here. Didn't get the break that time.
Yep, 9.5 or 9 1/4. He threw it good. He threw it good. That's all you can ever ask yourself, to walk up, make that approach, and swing it through and hit the pocket. He gets off of it clean. The ball just squirts a little right there. It don't quite turn back and leaves that soft 10. He did the key, though, Jay. Hit the pocket with every shot, and in the end of the game, add it up. See how we flattened that ball out, Jay? Threw that ball flat and straight on the spare. That's a lesson for everybody at home. Throw it straight on the spares.
Peterson leading by 11.
Look at the eyes. Watch the focus. The tension. That's what you have to learn to deal with right here.
Probably no player in the world at age 26 that has the experience this man has.
Watch his shot.
Oh boy. He got very fortunate there.
The ball jumped pretty hard at the end, didn't it? He must have hit the fingers a little harder, and sometimes you can't see it, but watch the reaction. You know, this ball flips extra hard. Now, results tell you that his pressure, instead of, say, 70 pounds of pressure, he put 90 pounds of pressure on the fingers at the point of release. Notice that straight ball again on those spares, Jay. Just throws that real firm. Keep it on line. Do not give it a chance to hook or to slide. Just throw it straight on those spares and make those spares every time.
A grueling tournament, 48 games this week, and it comes down to this.
Right here, the last 4 or 5 frames.
He can go up by 22 with a strike. Yes, sir. Peterson. Our sportsmanship awards going to Linda and to Dan, and gee whiz, that's a special honor, isn't it?
Kendra Cameron can bowl, and she's a nice lady, and Danny Nadeau, what can you say about Danny? You know, he won, I think, the high rollers a few years back, former Team USA player, won a couple 100,000 one year in our great sport.
Boy, Peterson is popping on all cylinders.
He's got it matched up perfect, Jay.
And he's going to get himself a drink right there as we look at this shot again. And we will return to this U.S. Amateur Bowling Championship in a moment. And there is Chris Barnes, who has his hands full right now. Trails by 32 pins, working on a spare 7th frame.
He's got a possible 248, Jay, if he hits the wire. He's got to take it off the sheet, I think, if he's going to have a chance to win the national championship. A title that he wants. Peterson will not give it away. Peterson throws one more strike. He's at 249. Chris can shoot 248.
Barnes bags them all.
And you can see that fight in that man's eye. I've been with him many, many tournaments, and I'll tell you what, he can play for me anytime, because this man can play the game at the highest level that you need to play to win world titles, national amateur championships. If he doesn't win today, it isn't because he doesn't have the talent, the ability, and the will and the skill, because this man has got the full package for a great, great career.
Just a little high.
Laid it a little short.
610. This U.S. Amateur Championship title has eluded him. And I'm sure he's, you know, said, well, don't put any extra pressure on myself. But this fella's put the pressure on him right here.
He has nothing to be ashamed of, though, Jay. This man's gotten there every year and every year. His record is a record that a lot of people will never even come close to. So he should be proud of the things that he's accomplished thus far, and he's got a lot of years of play left.
Speaking of records, now Peterson has struck 15 of 18 times so far today.
Unbelievable that this young man could come in here and make this kind of a performance, and under this kind of pressure against a legendary player at 26. It's
my, oh my, oh my. What a job he's doing.
I had the opportunity to talk with him a little earlier, and he just seems like just a wonderful young guy. He's very alert and has a real nice demeanor. The kind of young people that bowling has all over the United States, Jay, and that's what's been so fun about coaching. Look at that look in that man's eye. He just don't know what's going on here. But you know what? He'll bounce back. He'll be back. He's liable to win 20, 30 titles on the tour. His whole career is out in front of him. He's unbelievable type player.
Well, there's the first little chink in the armor as that one was high, but what a nice run.
He's going at a 248 clip right now, and the most that Chris can shoot is 228. You know, he would have to miss this and then have to throw another open, and Chris would have to strike out. And so the match isn't off the sheet yet, but let's see if he makes this spare. That closes Chris out. Right there is a closing spare.
Well, of course, Chris was on that team of yours that lost the FIQ last year, but then came back, as you mentioned, and won the World Team Challenge.
Yeah, we didn't bowl as well as we were supposed to, Jay, in the FIQ, and the heart and the soul of that team did bounce right back the next week and win the World Team Challenge. I'll tell you what, Chris made for us there, so he'll be very disappointed, but you know, he's been there before. He'll be there again. that's what happens in bowling. You know, you have to learn how to lose before you learn how to win. And Chris has been in both spots. He's won, he's lost, he's competed. He'll handle it, and he'll handle it like a true world-class player.
Vernon Peterson has just been magnificent in this championship match, and Barnes is going to miss in his quest, as this man right here is going to be the U.S. Amateur Champion.
Yeah, he got a little bit deeper on that shot, got it off real clean, had it rolling real heavy and revving a lot, but not hooking. That one shot that he overhooked, he snapped them fingers a little bit hard, and that's one of the things that Chris works on, is getting it off that hand clean, because he's got such great swing motion with such power. He's got to watch. He actually gets too much power, Jay, at some time.
Barnes finishing up here. Got to be tough for him, but he's, as you said, Fred, been in this position before. He's been on both sides of the fence many times.
Yeah, he's a great kid. We had more people like him around bowling.
217.
That's a very formal score on this condition out here. That would win most matches, and that would lead all week long. But this young man just came today and just lit him up. And, you know, it happened to Chris also with in Akron. He met a young man from California, Robert Smith, who did the same thing to him, just lit him up. And then Drew Highland did it to him. And so he's got to say, hey, Lord, what's going on here?
Upcoming events of the World Team Challenge, Portland, Oregon in September, and Hubbard, Ohio in October.
You know,
World Team Challenge, a lot of the names that you've mentioned, a lot of people we've seen, of course, as we show some other upcoming events. It bowled in that, and you can enter by calling 414-423-3387. Brunswick World Team Challenge. It's great fun.
You know, Jay, even if you can't play at that level, you got to come out and watch these players. You want to watch the Chris Barneses in person, the Pat Healey's, the great players of our sport.
242 for Peterson to 217 for Chris Barnes. A tremendous performance by Vernon Peterson of Dearborn Heights, Michigan. We'll be back to talk things over with him right after we take this time out. The fans here have enjoyed a tremendous performance by this man, Vernon Peterson. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I'll tell you, when I stopped to think, a two-game total of 5-10, never had an open.
It was tough. I just wanted to stay focused and throw good shots because I had two tough competitors. If I was going to win this title, I wanted to beat the best, which Chris Barnes is definitely one of the best amateurs.
Well, no question about this. This was just tremendous bowling here, and we have Elaine Hagan to present the trophy.
Vernon, on behalf of the USA Bowling Board of Trustees, it's a great pleasure for me to not only present you with this trophy, but also now you have the crown of being the National Amateur Champion. And heartiest congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Elaine, very much. Thanks to USA Bowling. Well, what does it mean to you to win this?
It means a lot. I came out here first year out of juniors, compete against the best amateurs. I really wanted to just make team. Then last night I had a chance to stay in for the show. I was seeded second, so I knew I had to win a match to get to the title. I came out just threw strong shots.
Well, Fred, he continues, of course. St. Louis, great bowling tradition, but Detroit too.
What a tradition up there. Where did you learn all this moxie and this kind of being cool in the heat of the battle? Bowling the great Gene Stuss and all the other players, the Larry Walkers. How much playing have you done against those gentlemen?
This year I've done quite a bit. I mean, I bowled against Stuss, Walker, and the All-Stars. I won the Detroit City Masters, which was the biggest thrill up to this point.
It's a little bigger, huh?
Yeah, it's very much bigger.
What did you average this year up in the Detroit area?
On a little easier shot, my yearbook average went in at 234.
234. No wonder you're here. What a heck of a performance this week, young man. You know, I'm just sorry that I'm going to be leaving Palmer You're going to have some players here. He and Chris Barnes and the other four, what a nice team you have.
All right, well, let me say we want to, of course, congratulate the WIBC, the ABC. This has been a great event here in St. Louis, and we want to thank you for giving us a lot of thrills.
Thank you very much. I'd like to really thank Tropicana Lanes, but I really couldn't have done this without my dad keeping on my mental game this week. And I've had a lot of help from the great Lita Sill as a good coach. I don't know where I'd be without her.
Well, at age 23, you've got a lot ahead of you. There he is, the U.S. Amateur Champion, Vernon Peterson from the Detroit area. For Team USA coach Fred Borton, this is Jay Randolph saying thanks for being with us from the Tropicana Lanes in St. Louis.